Good evening once again, folks. It has been a long time. And now that we're about 90% past the COVID, I come to you with a new video with a twist. First and foremost, blessings to you and to your loved ones, and peace be amongst everyone, and thoughts and prayers to the people of Ukraine. Well, it's been quite a while, and a few things have changed. As you all know, most of the videos that we've done on this channel, my wife and I, have been about the on 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos soundbar. So, after 3 different soundbars, all on.
Because, why? Your wife was right.
Hearing my wife, and please pardon my French, bitch at me. For the most part, the soundbar sounded great. But on this third replacement, quite frankly,
the software sucks.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness. I have done a video where, quite frankly, I said not to update it. Then I literally got afraid to update it. Then, quite frankly, everything just went down the toilet to the point where one of my daughters was actually calling the soundbar the can, because it made this screeching can-like noise. And I've read on Reddit where a bunch of people that have bought the on bar are having the exact same issue. Well, I can't knock the on. I mean, it served a good purpose, but at the end of the day, you know, you want something that's reliable and stable. So we did just that. And for those of you that are wondering about the background, we are on the eve of game number 2 for the Miami Dolphins, who are in Baltimore to face Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow in what will surely be a hard-fought contest. But unfortunately for the Ravens, they face the Dolphins. Thank you, and that's all I have to say about that. So, on the bigger and better things. Bigger and better things, I'm going to have my wife turn around for a second and show you guys. I had in a previous video told you guys that I was a JBL enthusiast. I bit the bullet, and it kind of made my wife a little angry, but I bought the soundbar. And as soon as
worth it.
As soon as we installed it, my goodness, that woman was all smiles. No more screeching. This is the JBL 9.1. Quite frankly, I've read different, per se, reviews, like from CNET, in Katzenmeyer, or Tech Radar, or that Tom's Guide, which kind of throws you for a loop, the Star Trek guy. But I don't like to drop names, but I just dropped a few. Quite frankly, as some of you know, I'm pretty much a straight shooter. I guess I'm going to go ahead and agree with the CNET and the Tech Radar review, where this JBL 9.1 bar is better than a few interesting brands. I do agree that it is better than the standalone Bose 900 with Dolby Atmos. I do agree that it is better than the Sonos standalone bar. My wife and I are wondering why the Samsung 990B is such a good bar. We're going to go hear it, but we're not really Samsung enthusiasts. In fact, I'm so much not a Samsung enthusiast anymore, and that's because of marriage. My wife made me get rid of my Samsung Galaxy. And that's the end of that. Now, sorry about that, but they are the greatest football team. Let's go, Cheetah. Tyreek Hill, baby. But, the JBL 9.1, quite frankly, I did not expect it to be as good as it is. Their subwoofer is, wow, this thing could shake walls, floors. And what's funny is that this particular subwoofer, I totally understand why the On subwoofer was the way it was. I mean, they're virtually identical, except for the JBL one
It's massive.
is massive. Massive, just a massive thing.
And it sounds way better.
Not the subwoofer. I think the subwoofers are just on par. I mean, the subwoofer on the On was a good subwoofer, but that's it. The On is history. I'm not knocking the On.
I mean, we still have it for...
Yeah, it's definitely, we still have it. We're going to put it in the garage. Anyways, quite frankly, I am taken back by the rears of this thing, which if you guys are familiar with the JBL 9.1,
He's still trying to figure it out. You're going to break the thing.
yeah, I'm afraid of breaking it. You know, you buy a $1,000 bar. Now, the funny thing is we've had this now a week.
Yeah.
A week. It says in the manual and whatnot that you get these caps.
We checked everywhere in the box.
We checked everywhere in the box. Golly, I almost went to the trash, what have you. But what I did was we contacted Harman Kardon, which is the manufacturer of the sound of this, which is JBL affiliate. And funny thing is, all they wanted was, you know, proof of purchase, and
They sent us the
caps.
caps.
Caps are, I say, you know, mostly protective. Okay, this is so.
It looks better when
They're
you have it
interesting.
on
They're dedicated,
It's to protect the charge ports.
and basically everything's in the box. We have not mounted the bar. I did want to mount the rears. Okay. I personally think they're great. We don't have a big family room here. We're about to get a bigger one.
Finally.
Finally. We've been moving for about 25 years now. But finally,
Put these on there.
we're moving. Oh, and they're magnetic. And
Sometimes it's a little tricky to get them on.
it's not that they're a little tricky, is that they are dedicated. Like, for instance, they have they're magnets. So one is basically for the other and whatnot. They don't intertwine.
We'll give you a test run of how this sounds, even though, you know, but it's... I know you probably can't hear it exactly, but it sounds fantastic.
And, I mean, once you take it off, you basically have, you know, just a great setup.
You want to give them a preview real quick? And then...
Hold on. As usual, I like to tell you guys how I connected it. Obviously, this bar doesn't have a 2.1 connection, but we have 2.1 HDMI cords, and we have an LG CX OLED.
Yeah, because we got that confused.
Sorry, got that wrong one time. But we have an LG CX OLED, which, you know, obviously for all those OLED enthusiasts out there, they're phenomenal. Pairs really well with the JBL. We've tested out a few movies. I bought Days of Thunder. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Days of Thunder is an old Tom Cruise movie. It's a racing movie. And I just wanted to hear the rears. And yeah, I mean, really, really good. We just got done watching...
Everest.
Yeah, Everest.
That
wow.
was freaking
what
awesome
an amazing,
in that
amazing
with that sound
movie.
bar.
What sound?
You could hear like the wind blowing, the whole blizzard. I felt like I was in
people
there.
walking behind.
Little rocks
It was like
falling.
snow falling, stuff like that. I mean, it was really
freaking-
cool.
I felt like I was in
to
the
hear
movie.
it is such a small space. I mean, it's not that this is such a small space. It's just, you know, for this type of power, this is pretty small. You know, the JBL, it's 820 watts total. Tremendous power. I've noticed that when the bar is complete, meaning both rears are connected, it turns into like a 3.1, 3.1.2 setup. I dare to be wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me. Obviously, when it comes off, it's full surround. I mean, like, it's really good. Anything Dolby Atmos, supports supports Dolby Atmos, True HD, any Dolby. This also supports DTSX, which obviously for those of you that love action, that's the way to go.
I feel kind of bad that we, said that the on bar was so fantastic, which it was for sound, and now we're like, yeah, after all of these technical issues, now we're pushing
it was
the
a lot of
AJPLs.
technical issues. I saw that they came out with another bar. I've been wanting to hear it, but I'm not really wanting to buy it.
For the price, it was a really good bar.
Yeah. For the price, it was a really, really good bar. I mean,
now you're paying more, you're getting more quality.
Yeah. I mean, with this, you definitely it was a night.
We haven't had any more issues. Oh my gosh.
And definitely no screeching. Definitely no screeching. It comes with everything. It comes with, obviously a standard non-backlit remote.
And what's another good one? Sorry for interrupting you. When we contacted the manufacturer for those things, it was super easy.
Oh, yeah.
The chat was available. They were available through phone. They sent it to us with no problems, free of charge, no shipping costs.
Not an issue.
Any questions we had somebody to answer to, unlike the Walmart
Walmart
soundbar.
one, where if you wanted to know information about the on soundbar, they sent you to where they sent
at
you
YouTube.
I had to basically look at YouTube, and then all of a sudden I became the information. But quite frankly, comes with a standard remote, non-backlit. I mean, I don't really see.
Put it there a second.
The funny thing is about this is, quite frankly, it has no EQ settings. It has pre-settings. But the funny part is that it has a dedicated Atmos button. I found that one to be super weird. And of course, you see a remote with an Atmos button. You're like, wait a minute, what's this? Well, what it is, it's just the range of Atmos. I started basically doing the math. And the math is basically, if you have like us, that we have 9.5 foot ceilings, you want it in the mids. It has low, medium, high. It also has, for the rears, the same thing, low, medium, high. And for the bass, which we found out tonight, to watch something in total surround, we should have it at a 3. It goes from 0 to 5. Anyways, so it comes with the mounting bracket. We haven't mounted it. Like I said, I did want to mount the rears. The rears sound spectacular.
You'll hear in a second.
You'll hear it in a second. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and go with that. And all right. I hope you got a little taste of that. I know that, quality through phone or through recording doesn't do it justice. But honestly, the JBL 9.1, after all the homework I've done on it, it's really simple. Out of the box, it is fantastic. I do understand now why, those professional raters or what have you, they basically rate this so high. I don't agree with them rating the Vizio higher than this. That's bullshit. But
yeah, no.
I do believe that JBL definitely has something here. And the fact that completely, totally wireless speakers, this is more for a mid-range room.
Well, if you want to say the pros only, you have to say the cons too. And we found one today. After 3.5 hours of playing it really loud.
No, it was the plug. The plug was off. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, but that was after.
Okay. Well, I'm going to still say it was the plug because... Okay. Let's agree to disagree.
It went to low battery to charge already.
And when we had it on charging basically the entire day.
Exactly. So we still need to see how long it
we
lasts.
think that's we honestly think that well, at least I think. My wife likes to disagree with me quite a bit. But with that said, I've gotten a few comments in the past, and I decided to throw something out there because I'm a really, really big sports buff. Being a sports buff, quite frankly, I've gotten a lot of remarks in the past because sometimes I've thrown things up on the screen like the Dolphins or this guy and stuff like that. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I mean, hello. Quite frankly, I've had it suggested to me that maybe I should talk about sports sometimes and stuff like that. I figure that, I have sports knowledge up the yin yang, probably like anybody around my age, any guy that was basically into sports, played college sports, stuff like that. So, with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite sports subjects. The NFL right now that it just started with all the drama that's going down in Dallas, or Lamar Jackson, not signing a $250 million deal, or, Dolphins. You guys should get your tickets to go to Super Bowl. I'm telling you, it's going to be the Dolphins. Okay? We have all this drama going down in WWE with Vince McMahon being forced to retire. Tonight, I really thought Triple G was going to pull it off against Canelo, but old man, Father Time caught up to him. And, of course, you got all this drama with CM Punk down in AEW. So, I mean, man, if I could get some comments from you guys, I'd love to hear it, to see if, because quite frankly, even to open up as a report, like a question and answer, or even go live, and, let's get into some heated debates and discussions about who's the GOAT in their given sport or sport entertainment, okay? Because I'll be honest with you, for all those people that say, well, Tom Brady has 7 rings, I think that there were a lot better quarterbacks. But that's an arguable debate. So, with that said, throw me a comment. I mean, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for fun. So, man, throw me a comment. And as always...
If we missed anything for the JBL...
Yeah, if we missed anything for the JBL, man, ask away. Like I said, I've read just about everything there is to read about this thing from, from people's reviews to manuals, what have you.
And soon you're going to get...
And soon we actually are going to get a really, really badass setup. I mean, and it's from Sonos, and obviously we're going to go ahead and review that because that's like my wife's pride and joy right there. So, with that said, appreciate you guys. Shoot us some comments, man. I mean, I don't really care for the likes or what have you. I appreciate them, but we're not doing this for that. Honestly, it's more like, let's have some fun. Let's get into a heated debate about sport, or let's get into a heated...
do likes too, so we know that you like what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to like, subscribe, cool, all that stuff like they say in every other video. But, yeah, I'd love to tell you I'm in here for that, but I'm not. I'm more here for fun, okay? And like I said, I love heated debates. I mean, it'd be kind of fun to have a heated debate from here in Miami-Dade with somebody like, let's say, in Tacoma, Washington, about what's happening with Russell Wilson in the Denver Broncos. So, with that said, any questions about the JBL? Appreciate you. We're going to do a 30-day review on that, but let me know. And shoot me some comments about the sports. Appreciate that. I'm super intrigued to see what we could get to. All right? With that said, appreciate you. And for all the people that I mentioned before, as in, CNET, Take Radar, I mean, they're not sponsoring nothing, so, love them. Anyways, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bless you all. Thank you.